All right. This is, what's the name of our thing? Realtor Fight Club. Realtor Fight Club, episode 82.
Dang, girl.
Welcome to another episode of Realtor Fight Club. What's up, Jen Mertlin?
Hey, Monica. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Super great.
Are you having a good week?
Yeah.
What's the best thing that happened to you this week?
I figured out KV Core.
Okay. You leaning in.
You know how I feel about CRMs.
Yes, and technology in general.
Just all of it is just, it's not my thing. But I thought, let me just give it a go.
Well, because having KV Core, which we, is available to everybody, but at DXP, it comes with your agent partnership. Mm-hmm. It's like having a Ferrari parked in the garage and you haven't taken it out for a spin yet.
Exactly.
Like you keep riding your bicycle instead of the Ferrari because you're like, I don't know, that's a pretty
upgraded to an iPhone. I feel like it's like at least my bicycle is a 10-speed. It has a basket and a bell.
Right. And you're real comfortable on it.
Yeah, it's got a big seat.
All right. Let's get down to business here at the Realtor Fight Club. Thank you for joining us for another episode. Today, Jen and I are going to duke it out over this question. What happens when your friend lists their house by owner? Your friend.
Are they a friend?
Not for long.
Man, this is hard. You go first.
This is hard. Okay. My approach, shockingly, will be to support them in some way. Now, I will ask them a question. I will say, tell me why you're doing that. Well, Monica, we absolutely need every dime out of this. Okay. I understand. Now,
I feel like if you say, tell me why you're doing it, you're like, you're setting it up for them to defend their decision.
It's possible, but I just want to understand what the reason behind it, because if
I'm thinking like, how could we ask that? Like, I like the idea of the question, right? We're trying to figure out, like, to your point, you're trying to figure out like,
what's behind
you're like, help me understand.
Right. Okay.
Without a
tone. Be such a dumbass.
Yeah. Like, what the? So like, what could we ask that opens their mind instead of closes their mind, right?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Awesome. I know. What if we say, oh, all right, awesome. Tell me more about that decision.
Yeah, that's great. Or like, we know it's usually the money. So you could just be like, is the money, like, are you hoping to net more money than if you were to choose me?
Yeah.
Like, just go straight for what you think it is too. Right. But I like that. I could never say, tell me about your decision. So it would sound like your mom.
Tell me more about, you remove the eyeglasses, like, tell me more about that decision.
Right, exactly. And if you don't watch this on YouTube, you should. It's on my page, Jennifer.
You get to see all the bloopers.
You get to see them all. But okay, anyway, so you ask a question to open their brain. You got to
ask the question. You got to understand so that you can handle whatever objection or reasoning. Here's what I do. Long story short, I go in for the security aspect of this. I will also, if they want to talk about, that you're going to actually make more money by hiring a professional, don't price it wrong, blah, blah, blah. You can go into that. But for me, if they're a friend, I care about them. Okay. Do you guys have a plan from a security standpoint? If somebody knocks on your door and wants to see the house, and let's say it's a traditional husband-wife situation, and traditionally the husband's out of the house for whatever reason, the wife's home. Do you have a plan for that?
Right.
Or if nobody's home, or if the nanny's home, or if your mom's sitting there with your child,
or all the people that are walking around your yard at all hours of the night.
That's right. Do you have a plan for that? Oh, geez, Monica, I haven't even thought about that. So I go right to the security piece. One, because I care about them. Two, because most likely they have not thought about that.
Right.
And it's real. It's freaking real right now.
It is real. It's real anytime, honestly, because the thing about it for sale by owners, and what a lot of people don't understand, is that the buyers know why you listed it for sale by owner. They believe that they know, I guess. And what they believe is that it's price. So when they know that it's price, there's no motivation for them to give you your price. For sale by owner is a garage sale. Now, if you see a Louis Vuitton purse, same purse at a garage sale or at Macy's, are you going to ever pay full price at a garage sale ever, even if it's brand new?
No, because there's lots of questions around that.
Because it's a garage sale.
Is it real, first of all?
Right. It could
All
be
that.
anything, right? But like, yes, exactly. Like, is it real? Is it the environment of a for sale by owner is a garage sale?
That's a great perspective on that. I like that.
Thanks. I actually love calling for sale by owners. They're like some of my favorite people.
Really?
Yes, because, well, first of all, let me back up. There's something really funny. My friend told me the other day that I have hostile communication.
You do. You're constantly yelling at me.
I do.
No matter what. Even if you're saying something nice, it's yelling at me.
I know.
It's what
I thought about it for 2 seconds. I was like, oh my God, you're right. That's hilarious. And
you're
he's like,
passionate.
do you want, yeah, I'm passionate.
You're
He's
passionate.
like, do you want to change it? I was like, no, what? Why would I want to change that?
No, you can't.
He was like,
it's you. First of all.
Anyway, so for sale by owners, the communication, I prefer it as like, it's very direct communication, and you can be very direct with for sale by owners. It's a lot, for me, it's at a lot easier level of communication. So I can be like, look, is it, to my friend, I'd be like, you're not going to ask them, why didn't you list it with me? But you can be like, is it the money?
Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah. Like, or, if you did have an agent, would you feel comfortable hiring me? Because maybe they wouldn't, and that's okay.
Right.
And maybe you don't want to work with them.
It's quite possible. I think that's such a good point, is to take that opportunity with that friend, since the question is around a friend. This isn't just any FSBO. This is a friend, and really make that comfortable for them to talk about. Lay that shit out. Is it price? I get it. Is it that you have too many realtor friends and you didn't know who to pick? Do you even feel comfortable doing business with me?
Exactly.
Like, open that door for them and let them throw their shit out on the table so you guys can have a conversation about it.
Exactly. And then you can really help them, right? Because first of all, you've already should have had the conversation with them before they listed, all your friends. Like, if you were to have a real estate transaction, would you feel comfortable using me? Would you feel comfortable referring me to your other friends that I don't know that would need a realtor, and you'll be able to tell, even if they say yes, but they pause, that's a no.
Yeah. Cause they're being nice.
Right.
So
go ahead. Sorry.
I'm sorry. Just said in another way that I've heard, that I like is, damn it. I lost my train of thought on that.
Would you feel?
Who do you have a relationship with a real estate agent that you've had that I don't know? Because a lot of times it's from, this lady's moved my parents and whatever. Do you already have a relationship with an agent? That's almost easier than, would you hire me?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm hostile, so
yeah, right.
But no, I love it.
Ways to sort of ask that. Yeah.
No, that's perfect. And that way, having had the conversation up front, because you're working your sphere of influence, you already know going into it. You should never be surprised that your friend lists their house for sale by owner, I think. Now, of course, if one of my friends did it, I would throw and break some stuff for sure.
Hostile friendship.
At first. They wouldn't know. They would know because they know me, but I wouldn't do it in front of them.
Right.
But then, I agree with you. We agree. Oh my God, we're not fighting.
Whoa. Yeah, I think you're right. I did have a very good friend list their house without even talking to me. And that's actually what hurt me more than not choosing me. Because I think, it had to do with some, like, they didn't want to do business with a friend or whatever. Okay, say that. Just say that.
But people feel bad saying that when it's happening now. They're not going to feel as bad if it's before it happens.
Yeah, like predicting it into the future. Yeah.
If you were to look back on that, what can you pinpoint, or is there something where they never had that never even occurred to you that this would happen? Had they maybe not talked to you about other things? Is this like how they are?
Maybe this was early on in my career, really early. So I don't think this is pre-Facebook days even. So I'm not sure if I was able to convey to them what I did for a living, or even that I was doing it at a high level. They knew I was a real
raising your real estate flag, as you say.
Maybe not. I mean, they knew what I did and they trusted me. So that's where it sort of went haywire for me, is like, wait a second, We didn't even get to have a conversation with this. I know I entered their mind around that
Right.
discussion. And so
Right.
how is it that there was no discussion? But, that's probably a bigger issue. You're right. Other things going on there. I was clueless, but who knows?
I think I agree with you. I think that it's not so much that they listed it for sale by owner, because you can get around that. Like, there are specific reasons why people list for sale by owner. Usually they're financial. But here's the thing, like, I get that, except that also the data shows that as an agent, we can get more for your house even after paying the commission. You know what I mean? And if they're open to having the conversation, then you can help them see that this is actually not the best choice from whatever angle. Like, from your, is this security, from mine it's money. It's just kind of whatever they are, right?
Yeah, exactly. What stat do you use specifically to express, or do you have a stat that you express to?
Hell no, I don't have a stat. That's just what it is.
But so you just say, hey, look, it's a fact?
Yeah, well, yes, that's how I talk. I talk in facts.
I know you do.
But like,
what is your fact supporting fact is what I'm looking for.
They don't ever ask.
Okay, good to know.
Because it's true. I know it's true. It cannot not be true. If you just look at the logic of me doing my job every single day, or me doing their job. Okay, so like, let's say I have a friend that's a teacher, right?
Yep.
Teaches third grade. Okay, look, teaching third grade seems like, oh, we'll do teaching kindergarten. Seems so easy. They're just little kids. All you do is play all day, right? Wrong.
Right. There's a lot more.
There's a
psychology
lot more
to it. Yeah.
There's so much, and I don't know, and I don't want to know, but I know that there's a lot more. And I know I could not, even though I could, like, quote unquote, do it, I will not do it. Right. It's the same thing here. Our job, based on the 27 TV shows that show how easy it is and how crazy we are, seems like it would be so easy. There are several nuances. Let's talk about it. You know what I mean? What is the real reason that this seemed like they're acting in accordance to what they thought was the best course of action? So help me understand, like, your logic. Like, how did you get here?
You got it. There's a story. I was actually just telling this story to you before we jumped on. An agent who I'm helping, who's been trying to help somebody buy a house. They've written 2 or 3 offers, have lost out in multiple offers. He got so frustrated, he got in his car and went around and tried to find a for sale by owner. He found one. He took her through there. I think they're going to write on it. Let's say the purchase or the asking price is 200. If this person had sent this out to market right now,
oh my God,
they'd get 210, 215. What they're going to get is 200.
Right.
Because
no, it's exactly right.
Only 5 people have seen it instead of 25.
Right. I mean, there's, in Cincinnati alone, there's 5,000 agents. So you can have 5,000 realtors working for you. Even if you put it on the MLS, it's still not the same, because people will see that it's for sale by owner and they have to call the owner. How many realtors do you know that actively call for sale by owners? 2, 3, 4? Not many out of the 5,000. Right. Which means the other people are scared to deal with a for sale by owner. It makes them nervous. They will not do it. They will more likely call me as your agent, and you will get more money because I make them feel comfortable.
That's right.
You scare them.
Many agents don't know how to ask, hey, will you pay a broker?
I know. They're giving up their commission all over the place. They're not going to ask for money. Oh, girl. Anyway, I feel like I'm about to jump on some kind of, what do they call it?
Well, I think
what do they call it? The soapbox?
Yeah, you're already on that thing. You live on top of your soapbox. I think when you lie down, you're still on top of the soapbox at night when you sleep. Okay. So, but I do think that a lot of agents need the language, to speak. That's what stops us in all scenarios, is when we don't have the words.
You don't know what to say.
Yeah. So I think, guys, you heard a few kind of approaches with Jen and I, but take a second, sit down and actually write out how you might approach that person. I agree, though. Get it before it happens, run offense on that for sure. Yeah. Having conversations with your database. Do you have an agent that you're currently comfortable with? Would you be comfortable?
Yeah.
Right. But if not, finding those words to your approach so that when it happens, you're not missing a beat.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Those are great points. I feel like we need to refresh back in our
All
corners.
right, I need to breathe.
All right,
Okay.
let's hear a word from our sponsor. When we return, we will have the final punches.
Welcome back. Now, before we ring the final bell, Jen, what do the masses say? What do we
There
got?
was some really funny responses. You can imagine.
Oh, yeah.
People are like cussing and like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but we do have a really good stay tuned after for the tiebreaker. It's
Cool.
good. So
Oh,
some
good.
tips.
Good, good, good. All right. So what's your number one tip then? Since we agreed, let's go into more of like a tip mode.
Okay.
What's your number one tip for when a friend lists their house by owner and it's already too late? They've already, you
Punch
see
them
it.
right in the face. No, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding.
That's
Burn their
good.
house down.
Good idea.
No, I would decide, are we friends for real?
Is this worth it?
Is this worth it?
Friendship?
Yeah, right. I mean, I have had people that like they'll call and ask about listing their house like for sale by owner. Like, look, I'm not gonna help you.
Girl, don't do it.
I'm not gonna help you.
That's what I
I
get
mean,
paid for.
a little bit, but not.
Mm-hmm.
Right, exactly. And I'll say things like, this is why we need to meet. This is why we need to talk. Like, are you available
Yeah.
now? I'm
Right.
outside of your house pulling up your for sale by owner sign. Like, are
Right.
you ready to meet?
Yeah.
I don't know what my number one tip is. I would say decide, yes, one, is it worth it? Two, if it is, you need to be curious
Mm-hmm.
about what's going on to see if you can help them.
Mm-hmm.
What's yours?
You're
You're nicer than me.
I have two. The first thing is go into your bathroom, turn on the light, look in the mirror, and say, how did this happen?
Boom.
What's my DNA in this?
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything I could have done differently? Had I been educating them? Have I been in touch with them? Are they super clear on my value and what I bring to the table? And if not, go no further. This is your fault.
Yeah.
It's not always our fault.
No.
It's not. I mean, it can't, but you got to ask that first. What can I do to be better? What can I do to avoid this the next time? Maybe nothing, but I think you got to do that. Then my tip is always come from a place of caring and go to the security piece, because I think one, that's real,
But
but
it should be
two,
to what they, I mean, there's a lot of variables. So if they're not security people, like if you come at me with the security, I'm not going to care.
great. And I just, then that's just at least a question. Have you thought about that? And are you prepared if somebody comes to the door and you'd be like, yeah, if I can let them in? And you're like, okay, I just want to make sure you thought about that.
Right.
Like,
but you could do the money, you could do security, you could do the paperwork. I mean, there's a lot of things that we have so much nuance to our job.
Yeah. I wonder if you could even just say, look, I know you guys, I know how busy you are.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you know how much time this is going to take. Are you guys good with that? Do you have time to carve out here?
Right. Or like, how much time do you think it will take?
Yeah.
What's your plan?
Because they're wrong. Like,
they're so wrong.
Whatever
they're
it is not enough.
It's not enough. Triple that shit.
Triple that shit. All right. I think that's going to have to be the end of today's battle. What do you guys think? Tell us what you've done in this case. Has this ever happened to you? Do you agree with us? Do you have a different angle? We'd love to hear from you. Go to our Facebook page, which is Realtor Fight Club Podcast, and let us know what you think.
Exactly. And of course, if you have any questions about EXP or you're interested in hearing more, feel free to call or text me 513-400-1691. Thanks, Monica.
See you next time, Jen.
Bye-bye.
Bye.